This is the Negro Ninja. And today I just want to say that hoes like to live on the edge. And hoes especially love the edge of danger. Okay, this is why hoes love to tempt you. They love to tempt because they know something could happen because you're aroused and not getting what you want. All right. And I have actually seen a bitch on YouTube admit this. All right. And a bitch actually got into a dangerous situation because she liked to tease niggas. And she said, well, that's what comes with the territory. You're playing with people's desires. All right. This is why hoes love to mess with mild-mannered dudes, try to get you as angry as possible. All right. You know the old Chris Rock joke about how nobody is more likely to embarrass you than a bitch that knows you ain't gonna hit her. They just love it. All right. All right. We talked about this a lot of times. As a matter of fact, I think I even have a video during the Reddit days pretty much proving that hoes try to invoke wicked spirits on you by pissing you off all the time. Okay, like how they'll project the most perverse things onto a dude that is nowhere near that close. Like how hoes will say you're a serial killer for talking about bitches, or they'll say you're a rapist for talking about bitch nature. I'm like, you know dang well this nigga to do nothing to even give you that idea, because that's how they want you to be. Bitches love living on the edge. They love danger. Okay, that explains why they be with the most dangerous individuals. And you always notice that it's always dangerous men more than they hang around dangerous bitches. And every time a hoe get into a dangerous situation, the bitch is a victim. When it's really the other way around. Because why would you be around a vampire with your neck all exposed? Okay, even Blade got a limit. I am a daywalker. Come on, nigga. Come on, nigga. And you just slapping him. Okay, and you just slap him and he just see red, and I see red veins. Now you may be wondering, what makes this nigger talk about this today? Because I have been watching videos of prostitutes giving their testimonial of the whore lifestyle. And I'm just thinking to myself, bitch, you ain't no different than a regular hoe. What makes you so special? Oh, a prostitute is a super hoe. Bitch, that's debatable. Okay, but you may be wondering if she actually has a point. The bitch do has a point. Okay, because a prostitute is the equivalent of a hoe that does the old trick on Final Fantasy, to where you just place the controller in a certain way and have the button pressed to where you get into random battles and it automatically hits confirm, and you just let your controller sit for hours. That's what a hoe is. Okay, a bitch that leveled up to level 99. A bitch that can move even freer than the freest bitch you have ever seen in your immediate life. Because you just got to think about it. If you playing Final Fantasy and you trying to move around, in the way that you progress in the story, you're not going to be able to go across the map as freely, as easily if you had a level 100. Okay, that's what a prostitute is for a hoe. Okay, these bitches do got the experience because they experience more men. And we know that the bigger the bitch's body count, the more she acts and think like a nigga. And when a hoe knows one type of nigga, she knows all them niggas that come across. That's how they'll talk about their favorite type of trick. They can just look at a nigga and tell what type of trick he is. Okay, because what make this extra deep, even if you're just looking at a regular chick that's, not even a hoe or whatever, like they, because like dudes is always trying to appeal to a bitch to get inside a bitch. That's why women can read bitch assness very, very quick. They can see through a dude quicker. Like if a dude trying to puff out his chest, a woman be like, "Oh, sit down. Use a hoe. You ain't gonna do nothing. I see what you're trying to do." All right, now continuing. Now what's making me make the video? Once again, prostitute interviews and what people say in the comment section. Let me see if I can read a comment so y'all can get a good understanding of how people think when they hear a hoe talking junk. All right, this ain't quite the one I wanted to say, but this is good enough for the moment. Her defense wall is strong. She's strong. She's detached from this lifestyle her past drove her here. It's like she accepts it, but want to remain detached from it. I hope she opens up a baking business, and they put the prayer emoji. We rooting for you, little mama. But how can one be detached from a profession that they chose? And you would be surprised at how many people will, try to defend these hoes. They had a bad life, they had a bad upbringing, but a lot of these hoes have two-parent households. Okay, in a nice suburban home. All right. Now, we've been over this a long time ago with the pandemic and how I was telling y'all about these hoes on Instagram Live, basically being tempted to become an OnlyFans whore. Okay, these are upper middle class girls, but how did they get the idea? The same way Eve got the idea. Once again, you can always go back to the Garden of Eden because Eve is the same as every other hoe. The hoes I'm talking about was upper middle class. All right. Eve was rich. She had everything. You bitches had everything. But you chose the flesh. Much like a whore has everything, but she also chooses the flesh. Okay. Okay. A normal person decides they want to do a job. These bitches decide they want to do niggas. Okay. Now, the funny thing is, Eve may have been tempted by the serpent, but ultimately the serpent was just there to give the bitch an avenue. Okay, because these hoes flat out make the decision. They don't just always be pimps saying come pimp. They go and find a pimp. Okay, hoes find a nigga to mislead them so they can have this to fall back on when they start doing interviews. Oh, I met a pimp. All right. So as I had this pause, I was scrolling down the comment section and I think I found another enabling comment. This really melted my heart. I see so much potential and wisdom in this lady. I'm so sad because she doesn't see it. This bitch know what she was doing. She was intelligent enough to make this decision. Okay. She figured she has a fat booty and she figured she can make a lot of money out of it. She don't seem dumb to me. I pray and hope that she will see the light in herself, her beautiful soul. I'm not sure why some people are placed in certain situations because the bitch placed herself in the situation. They all do. It's rare to see hoes forced in it by gunpoint. Okay. So anyway, but I do believe that some situations can create a person that can save many, and I see it in her. She's saving a lot of niggas from blue balls. I know that. You know what? That's actually debatable because she would have to do it for free to really be called a hero. Them niggas saved themselves by thinking, there has to be an easier way around this. Here's a couple of bucks. Can you drain my penis? All right, here's another comment. My heart aches for her. She's strong, bright, and very pretty. She all right. The bitch is like a 6.5. Let me look at this picture. Hold up. Okay, I give her a 5.6 maybe. Okay, she's a little chubby. She's not really shaped. She's not disgusting looking, but there's nothing remarkable. This bitch is I'm good. I probably am a little generous with that. I can probably say 5.4 maybe or 3. Anyway. I hope one day she sees her true potential. Apparently she did. Okay, you think that hoes don't look at themselves taking pictures naked? Niggas will pay money for this. Okay, and she carries herself so well for a 19-year-old and deserves better. Now, it's funny how they got more sympathy for bitches that is clearly ruining society versus niggas that's on the video talking about how hoes are ruining society. How they waging war on society with their coochie. Now, you just have to think about the whole concept of a prostitute. Why are there prostitutes? Because they know niggas ain't getting no pussy. Okay, who are these niggas that ain't getting no pussy? Niggas with a wife, usually. Okay, these hoes created a demand. We've been over this too many times. Okay, and the bitches made themselves to supply. Okay, that's why it is so easy for a hoe to just transition. Like you'll see a female pastor become an OnlyFans bitch, which is the same thing. I'm not a sex worker. I've never touched a penis. Okay, well, if a nigga pays you and ejaculates after you take the money out of his hand, you are a sex worker, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay, and you just got to think about this. Bitches living a life of comfort, but would rather be around some dangerous individuals. Because you know, with sex, with pussy, always comes drugs. Okay, might not necessarily be alcohol all the time, but it's guaranteed it's going to be some drugs. Like on a porn set, how they always talk about bitches having to be drugged up all the time because you know hoes be complaining about the size of penis and stuff. And that's most likely the real reason why they be coked up and drugged up. Okay. And how can you be porn stars and sex workers and complaining about the size of big dick? You're weak, bitch. It don't make any sense. Okay, your whole purpose. Can you just imagine a one size fit all cap? Okay, struggling to fit that one size. Okay, your head is too big, but the cap says one size fit all. That is not a good cap. Okay, you're gonna try to find you a bigger size cap, but that's not what niggas do with hoes. Mm-mm. Okay, they just pay for it anyway. All right, since I'm 12 minutes in, let me read a comment that pretty much proves the title of this video or goes along with it. Then somebody says, wow, I'm taken aback by how chill she is with her extremely dangerous lifestyle, especially given that she doesn't use hard drugs. Imagine waking up every day to sell your body while completely lucid. Like the bitch was high before she decided to do it. I don't think none of these hoes, like these hoes make this decision before they even get on drugs. That's how conceited they are. Anyway, it sounds like a reoccurring nightmare that she's just down for the ride on. Incredibly strong, extremely rare exception. I'm just gonna pause this for like 5 seconds. Count to five. We gotta just think about how stupid that sounds. But they'll never tell you that you're extremely strong and resilient for not putting up with these hoes BS. For seeing through the BS. So I guess I'm just gonna read people's excuses for her. She's 19, and somebody responded to what I just said, what I just read. She's 19 and she's probably still isn't able to fully grasp her situation. Your brain doesn't really stop developing until 25 years, and trauma can really mess with development. People used to always say I was an old soul and mature for my age. But I don't think I truly started getting my S together until around 30 years. That little stupid emoji. Okay, and that is a flat out lie. Okay, that is a complete lie. I have had conversations with teenage girls that got more sense than this. Okay, they are aware of everything. You ain't pulling one over on no female. Okay, it don't matter. Okay, they are all very, like, it don't even matter the IQ level. Okay, it doesn't take high intelligence to know when something is wrong when it comes to sex. Okay, because that's the whole purpose. And they go by frequencies. When they say stuff like, it makes my coochie tingle. If that ain't proof, I don't know what is. Why they got to say tingle? What do we say? This bitch got my penis hard. All right, here's another comment that pretty much proves that they like living on the edge. For some reason, her story is more heartbreaking to me because she has so much control over her life. And that's the whole thing about hoes. That like the thought of controlling men. That's why they get into stuff like that, because that's what they do anyway, and they can get paid for it. Even more money than they make from hoeing in the regular way. Come on. And that's actually kind of debatable because some women married niggas and became a millionaire. But anyway, They didn't have to lay on their back. They hit the jackpot anyway. She isn't addicted to drugs, but I fear she won't get out until it's too late. Yes, $12 an hour isn't as good, but getting murdered could be worse. They don't care. Okay, they ain't no different than niggas that go to the casino gambling, getting themselves into situations with the mob or something because of debt. Because that's what hoeing really is. You know, they counting cards, and sometimes there's consequences if they don't escape. Okay. The same exact consequences to what happens to niggas that get caught trying to hustle a casino. All right. And a lot of people are praising this girl because she's one of the few hookers that doesn't take drugs. Who's to say she's telling the truth? Because some people don't count weed as a drug. You don't even know what they put in their weed. Okay? Because I believe she's smoking at least marijuana. She's doing something. But you can also say that control itself is a drug. She's just getting high for the fact that she just, working niggas over quick and getting a couple of $100 an hour or something. Okay. The whole act of prostitution is a drug. Okay. And they say masturbation is a drug. It's only a drug for niggas. Okay. Instant gratification. But a hoe just sleeping around without getting money doesn't really fulfill, it don't gratify them as much because sex is all about ego to a hoe, which is why they play as many games as they do to get the little sloppy, loose hand job pussy. Okay, because no matter what it is, no matter what you think, a pussy is basically just an animated wallet. Okay, except the wallet wants you to stick your dick in it first. Okay, and put money. Well, they want your dick in it and the money. That's how a hoe operates. She's a walking wallet. The bitch is a walking wallet. I'm at this point. It wouldn't surprise me if hoes rolled up dollar bills and masturbated with it. Okay, the dildo just ain't enough. Okay, the dollar bills is the finisher. Okay, why not? It ain't no different than the disgusting dicks they put into their body anyway. Okay, and it's funny how some hoes will say, I wash my money, I don't know where that dollar's been. Well, you don't know where these niggas' dicks been either. A lot of these dudes is rainbow zombies. But you still do it. All right, and it's also pretty much give more insight onto why I say that hoes are idols. And it's to idolize a hoe. Kissing up and all this stuff and giving the stuff, because hoes do not care what you sacrifice to it. Okay, they don't care what they take inside them. Okay, just as long as it has currency or reoccurring currency. All right, but more importantly, that's actually submitting to it. All right, which is another reason why they don't like godly men. Okay, because to idolize something, you have to submit to it. We only submit to the Most High. All right, but I'm going to have to wrap this up. I got a lot to say about these hooker videos. I'm going to try to do some more, though, but this has been the Negro Ninja bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.